Alright, welcome back, I guess, to the first ever deck profile I'm going to be doing here on the channel. I figured that I'd start doing some actual Overdress content considering how well my latest unboxing did, and yeah, today I'm bringing you a deck profile on Orfist, and it's gonna, like, I've liked Orfist back in set 1, but I felt like there was a lot of potential for the deck in the long run, especially since it was swinging with really ridiculous numbers because of the tokens. But we'll go over the list, then I'm going to give you an example game or two to take a look at, see how well I'll do with it. This is the deck I'm planning to take with me to the Golden Phoenix Games event. At the time of this recording, it will be in about a couple of days. It'll start on, I believe, the side events start on Friday, but either way, you guys get to see if I make any adjustments from this deck at that point. But I feel like, for the most part, this list is as good as it's going to get. So let's start with the trigger lineup. Of course, obviously, our starter is going to be, Phoebe. But I'm going to run pretty much Rainbow Trigger, with running 3 draws in the mix. The reason for this is simple. I like having shield value, but my issue isn't so much me actually being able to swing for numbers. My issue sometimes, a lot of the time, is usually me just drawing into pieces. And so that's why I like having the extra draw of this, the extra draw of that, And you'll see throughout the deck that, like, we plus really hard off of our effects so much to a point, and we hit numbers just no problem, to a point where it's kind of, there's really no need to run that many defensive cards when we're able to push for this much. I mean, the more shield you have in hand, the better, especially nowadays, since a lot of the time you're not going to be able to gain a whole lot of shield off your grade 1s like we used to back in B, but that's just how it is. Well, ride deck, we have Rhodes as our grade 1 ride deck. He searches for a warlord. He's absolutely broken. I do actually own the SP in English, but this card is absolutely nutty. He makes the entire deck function, and I'll show you later how we're not running as many orders as you would realistically need to. Usually, when it comes to orders, you usually tend to want to run about anywhere from like 6 to 8 orders in an Orfist deck, but I'm going off with the bare minimum to add a couple other pieces in, like, for starters, the Thumberino. She's an insanely good booster in the back when she's ever boosting a Shadow Army token, because she's really good in the boost matchup in the sense where you also have the ability to completely, like, you still swing it for really large numbers, and then just be like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and retire everything, so you can't really target it with Leonard by, and in that sense, this card is like, you're prying so many cards out of the opponent's hand, and you get a draw in conjunction to everything, so it really does combo well. And the rest of the grade 1s, like Bold Mind, helps us countercharge because we are using a bit of counterblast between Orfist and as well as our new order. Really, that's really the main reason. And then also we run 2 of this. I might drop it down to a 3 of, bump this up to a 3 of, and then lower this down to a 3 of to make up. Because really counterblast off of this and then Orfist, so I guess you could run it like that. I think that's how I'll go about it in the future, but I'm going to stick to it. Useful Recharger, amazing card. I don't think this card will be ever taken out. Ratios will be different, yes, but just the fact that you get a possible 15k shield on your grade 3 turn with this card is absolutely insane. And yeah, that's really disgusting, all things considered. We're also running our perfect cards, so that's pretty self-explanatory. For our rod deck, for the grade 2s, we're running Kabesia. He gains a little bit of, he gives something a little extra power. Little extra power can't hurt in the long run, right? Especially when you're swinging in for really ridiculous numbers off of some of the cards. So let's quickly talk about the orders real quick. So I want to get this out the way, so that way you guys have a better idea of what we're doing here. 4 of this, because you want as much draw power as you can get. 1 of this, because thanks to Rhodes' skill, you really don't need more than 1 or 2 of this card in particular. This is mostly so for those early rush turns when you can get it and you have Bold Mind in your hand to recycle the counterblast that you just used to activate the order. Absolutely amazing card. You really, like, usually you want to mulligan for this, so that way you can search for this. Or you could search for our Grade 3 order in the darkness that nobody knows. This card is really good to have as a one-off tech. Just in the situation if, let's say, you don't have this on board anymore, or somehow you don't have either of these two cards on board, as I'll explain in a minute. Just being able to have access to it and you can easily search it off at the rotors depending on how your mulligan plays out is so good. So I want to also talk about these two in particular because these are new additions to the deck. Both of these have insanely good retire effects. I mean, this on a grade 3 turn is swinging for 30. On a grade 2 turn it's swinging with the boost bare minimum. You're swinging at about 20... I forget, like, really up there, let's just say. So, really good numbers, especially on your grade 2 turn, disgusting. And then, you know, just being able to pop something on your opponent's board, like a Verena Valiente or a Leonard or something along those lines. A really pesky rearguard that you really don't want to do. This is also useful also for picking units off of the back because unlike the order, which forces you to choose something in the front row, he could target back row as well in case you already got this thing on board. Which basically what this thing does is if your Oral's Abyssal Dark Knight, both you and your opponent choose one of your own rear guards and retire them. And that's really disgusting. Like, really disgusting. Like, you just force so many off the board. And if you got multiple of them on there, woof! Not that you would need so many of them, like really one is already pressuring enough to a point where they have to try to kill it. But even then, like just being able to keep sniping random rear guards, it's going to force more cards out of their hand if they want to regain those units back, and it's just so good, you know, for that reason. And then lastly, we are running for Orfist. I love this card to death. This is like if Lendios and Chaosbreaker had a baby, and this would be the end result. Like, this card is absolutely insane. At first, when set 1 came out, it was really just like, yikes, Counterblast 2, but honestly, considering the amount of countercharging we can get off of Bulbamine, you know, and if you manage your resources right, it's not going to really be that much of an issue. It's kind of the reason why I run them as a 4/4. I feel like Counterblast 2 may not seem like a good cost for it, but man, when you start swinging for 30 and then possibly 40 on your Persona Ride turns, it's absolutely crazy. But yeah, enough from me chatting. I'm going to go ahead and get us in the game, and we're going to go ahead and see how well we do. Alright. Okay, we're back for our next game. And yeah, we're going to see how well this plays out. Tails. Alright. So he'll be going first. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is not a terrible start. We're going up against Hexaorb, which is interesting. I'm gonna ditch this to ride him. Draw. We're gonna get the grade 2 order. Add that to hand. Shuffle. And attack. So I have no reason not to at this point. Check. Wasted a heal, but he wastes his own hero, so that's kind of the fair trade, I guess. Let's see where he goes from here. He's gonna activate the skill, so he can get a little more off of this. Probably not gonna be that much more. Swing. Sure, I'll no guard it. Damage. Yeah, and this turn I'm gonna want to like go all out with the crazy combo plays. Activate the order, and we're going to get ourselves one Shadow Army token. We're gonna call this over here. Call this over here. This will gain the +5 off the effect. This is gonna have a +15 off of that effect. So we're going to swing 18 to face. Check. Get another Bulbamine. Activate the Bulbamine skill. Move to Soul Countercharge. And then we're going to swing for our chunky number to Vanguard. 43. Yeah, get out of here. Draw 1 pass. And we draw into the grade 2, which is really going to be good for our next turns. Okay, so he's going to Hexaorb. I always have a hard time against this lately because of the new support, but not doing too bad. I already pushed him to 3 before my grade 3 turn. So that's kind of good. I just wonder how I'm gonna get around this, because the problem is my over trigger's in hand, which is kind of a sucky situation, but oh, this person's going all out. This person's really going all out. I don't like where this is going. Ooh, we got a draw trigger. That's gonna come in handy. I'll no guard this, because either way he's gonna hit the trigger and gain double the effects basically, as in terms of power. And then he's probably gonna activate Lepista's skill here. Counterblast 2, restand her, and she'll get +5. Yeah. And that's honestly really solid. And then second check is a crit. Not terrible. Alright, 2 damage. Oh, didn't get any defensive there, but that's okay. Shadow swings. I can guard with this. And then guard with this. And then we're good. Stand and draw. I think we're going to discard this as much as I don't want to. And then ride. First we're going to activate the order. So activate it. Soul Blast, draw. Counterblast for Orfist. I'm going to call 3. 1, 2, 3. Call you here. You'll get a +5 off your skill. You'll get a +5 off your skill. And I think we're ready to attack the Vanguard. First check, no trigger. Second check, no trigger. Yeah, I really haven't been hitting many triggers in this game, but that's honestly okay. Activate skill to kill this. And then we're going to swing to Vanguard for 30. I'm perfectly okay with giving him as much counterblast as he needs right now, because if I make him waste all this counterblast now, that may actually do me a little bit of a favor. But he is going to Persona Ride, which is kind of dangerous now, because he'll get an additional he'll get an additional drive, which is awkward as shit. So he's going to activate the grade 1 skill, which is look at top 2, 1 on top, 1 on bottom. Okay. So that's going to be interesting going forward. Going to activate the skill of Hetzo Orb, Sorceress, and add a critical on the top. So that means that those attacks are going to be really freaking massive. Which is going to freaking hurt. I'm going to perfect guard that crap away. Yep, there's the crit. Honestly, I'm amazed he didn't just swing with Lepisto first, even without the crit pressure, and then just go ham. But and again, what do I know about playing Hexa Orb at that point? Okay, it doesn't hit any other triggers, so in theory, we're okay to take 1 from Fasado, and then guard against this with the over trigger. But I don't want to reveal the fact that I already wasted the over trigger. And look at that, all my stuff going into it. Okay, there's a crit wasted. That's good. So now Lepisto swings. I'm gonna do it. I'm not in the best position right now, but given what's been going on in the game state, it's kind of feels bad. I'm gonna call over this. Activate order. Draw 1. activate Orfist skill to call the 2 here. So that's not terrible. And then either way, these columns are going to be huge. So I'm really not concerned right now. I just want to just throw force as many cards out of this guy's hands as possible. So there's the first perfect card. First crit. Let's give it all there. Second check. No trigger. That's okay. I'm gonna swing 40 to them. And I can always retire that. Retire this. Kill her. And then swing for 58. But he did have the perfect guard, so that's kind of yikes. Kill this, draw. Okay, having more defensive shield is pretty good, but I did waste a lot of resources just trying to stave off those last couple of attacks, so this could be trouble. He's gonna activate it. I'm gonna call. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Yeah, he's running away with this game. It just sucks right now because I don't. I had to find a way to get around this, but I think it's just because they just had so many cards in hand after a certain point. And I tried rushing earlier too, so I don't know if it's just something with my plays or whatnot, but he's really just forcing his hand at this point. And I don't know if... Oh... Yeah. He's got the Hexa Orb skill online, completely online. Which means I'm ditching this for the perfect card fodder. Ditch this for perfect card fodder. Crit. He's gonna probably get it all to... Oh my god. This is disgusting. Oh, even more power because of its own skill, and on top of Hexa Orb. Oh my god! Look at that! Look at that! Is he gonna remember that he has 3? Yeah, I was gonna say, is he gonna remember he has 3 drive checks? Because either way, I just lose here. Just hitting the double crit like that hurts. That hurts. This is gonna be a 51 column. This is gonna be a 58 column. If I got rid of this, that's 20. That's 33. I don't. Yeah, no, not after that huge boost. Damn. 68. Let me see here. So this is 30. So that's gonna be 40, 60. I'm basically forced to take this and hope for the best. Heal trigger, baby! Let's go! Yo! No! I did not just hit that heal. I did not just hit that heal. No way. So this is gonna be 43, 73. Oh my god. No, that's not okay. Bro, that is not okay. He should have just split the effects and he would have been fine. Oh, and we hit the... And we hit the order to pop something on his board. So get rid of this. Bye. No. Oh no. This is why we split our effects, just on the off chance that they possibly can heal out of this situation. Yo, this deck is stupid. Oh my god. This might be the first time I'm actually beating set 2 Hexa Orb. So we're gonna swing 33 to face. That is a feels bad. Yeah, he can't guard it. Yeah, that's it. Nope, and that is GG. So that is going to do it for this deck profile. Like, as you can see, like, yeah, I did technically heal out of it. I did 6 damage heal him out of it. But like, you saw like how defensively like useful the overall shield I had was. So I don't know. I'm probably going to be updating it for when the event actually does come out, but I did want to at least show my progress on this for now. Probably will cut both mine down to a 3 and then add this as a 3 of. But yeah, that's going to do it for this deck profile. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what deck you want me to take a look at from set 2. I'm building a lot, but I might do Overlord next time. It really just depends. But till next time, this is all Noah, and I'll catch you guys then. Peace, guys.